Hello, Justin. Here's some week 7 video feedback for you. But before I get lost in details, I just wanted to commend you on your website and how quietly and methodically you've worked throughout the term. I've always looked forward to opening up your submissions. Also, Justin, I wanted to, go back to the first milestone and just to give anybody else who might be watching this an idea of your progression. Your sitemap, may be homely, but it did the job, and it allowed you to freely sketch. I like the way you've applied your sketching style to your wireframes as well. And then, of course, you provided a sitemap that was coded, perfect, ready to be formatted in your navigation system. So for students that are struggling, take a look at this screen because this will be helpful to you in creating your navigation. Justin's work here. Hope you don't mind me touting you, Justin. And then, of course, I see that the file management on your PC matches what you have on your web server. So this alone, by week 3 was very, very competent and informed. Justin, this is what I see when I go to the URL that you provided. And I see it's a pretty simple file path. Apparently you've been replacing the index.html with a new one. Have you thought about how to organize your web server? It's not, wasn't a requirement of the class, but just become aware of the file management aspect. This is what I see. I'm not sure what scale I am looking at this at. I can zoom out and just to give you an idea of what happens here. Sometimes the navigation overwhelms, say, this A-level head, and also the color of this is a little orangier than the color of that. It's not to diminish your accomplishments here, but I think, if you wanted to make some little refinements, that would be one of them. To my eye, at least, it's sometimes difficult to have something centered over something that is flesh left, rag right. You don't have that much text, so I think centering everything is fine. However, you've created some awfully long lines here. So I'm wondering if there's any way in the CSS that you can limit it to, say, no more than 50 or 60 characters per line. That's considered what the eye can read comfortably. Longer than that, and the eye tends to have a difficult time tracking back to the end of the next line. Just a suggestion. You have a complete set of child pages, and also I like the addition of your footer. It's a little overwhelming, though. I wonder if you could scale down everything just slightly. And I'm glad that you have a sitemap here, too, which links back to your child pages. So good. Now, but this is great to have a footer. Again, not a requirement. You've got social media links, and what do they link back to? Okay, yeah, good. Dummy links, that's fine. Make sure that your palette is consistent. Again, that all the reds match up. These two seem to. You've been able to import a variety of file formats, including this transparent PNG, I noticed. Consider other vector file formats that support transparency, such as SVG file format. That way you can scale this up or down without any degradation in the quality of it. Your menu page, I really enjoyed this, that you've tackled it using web typography rather than embedding a JPEG or a PDF of your print menu. And I'm glad you picked a typeface. I'm assuming that this is the corporate typeface or one of them that has old style figures. That always makes things elegant, and it matches the rhythm of the upper and lower case alphabet. So your site I would characterize as being clear, vigorous, appetizing certainly, and easy to get around. I think you maybe rein back your expectations, I think, but now you can add to the detail of it. Good going. Oh, okay. So Justin, I forgot to address your revised wireframes. First of all, it bodes well that you revisited this, and I'm glad you're uninhibited about presentation, because This way you can generate, a variety of things. But it's a very careful annotation of your wireframes and how you had to change them. If you study web design more, I know that you're a game programmer, but you have, some great visual sensibilities, and some typographic sensitivity. So I hope it interests you, graphic design. But anyway, but you've taken to this aspect of graphic design really well, and you have mastered the coding, or are on the process, or on the way to mastering the coding, and just your interest in it shows through in your annotated wireframe. So good job on that, on revisiting older projects. Thank you.